Hey y'all, welcome to my channel, Mama Fox Studios. This is Missy, and we are on build, I want to say 23? Is it 23? It's in the title. Anyways, we're doing our courtyard slash garden. So on our last build we did, we papered the board, our base board, which is A1. We papered A2, which is the front and back. It is our back side of our board, so it will sit back here. And then we did B22 double-sided. So let me move these over out of the way because we're going to be papering some more. We've got a lot of stuff to paper and we just got to get through it. So let's get 4-3 and A3. So let's do the paper. Oops. Yep, one in the back here. And then 5-3, which is the next one. So both of those. Okay. So I'm just gonna cut this out. This is what this video is gonna be today, guys. Sorry, I know I've got to get back to do those flowers and our massive tree, but to be honest, I don't have the brain power right now. I took yesterday off. I didn't record it all yesterday. But I continue to upload because I have gotten quite a few builds ahead that I was able to take the day off. It's just I increased some medication at night to help me sleep, which yes, it is helping me sleep. I got a beautiful 6 hours of sleep last night. I cannot tell you the last time I got 6 hours of sleep. So that was great, but when I wake up, I am very mess in the head. You know that feeling you just can't quite get all the way awake, or just everything's kind of fuzzy in your brain. And that's how I am even right now. I thought, well, I really want to do a build, and I thought I can't really screw up the papering the boards too much, even if I am a little fuzzy, but I would definitely screw up that tree, and I really don't want to screw up that tree. So we're going to be doing this today. So I understand if you are not interested in watching just me put a whole bunch of paper on wood, but it is part of the process. It is something that we have to get done. If you are building along with me, I apologize that we're putting a pause on the funner stuff, but I will get back to it. Oh, but I gotta thank you guys. You guys are amazing. I'm at 600 subscribers, and I mean, it took me well over a year, probably closer to a year and a half to get 500, and then the 600 has been a month and a half. I mean, just boom, you guys are the true rock stars. That wow, I'm very shocked, honestly, but very, very, pleasantly surprised, I should say. So thank you very much. Got a little notch there for our wires to go out the top. Whoop. The top back of that the sidewall. This is the sidewall. So now we're going to come up in this. This is, I believe, where our battery box is going to sit, I think. We have a little door, a little hinge door, I think. I don't remember seeing hinges. I hope so. I remember one build they had us use a piece of cloth to hinge the door. That was not fun. That was not a very good hinge, just saying. Corners, man, I suck at corners. Okay, there's one of them. That was the inside. Now this is going to be the outside. I do like that even though the back and the side, you know, they're not facing us, but I love. Okay, yep, come in here. I love the fact that they give us full paper, so we have, you know, it's not just the plain wood. I absolutely love that. Not many kits do that. Usually if it's a back piece or sometimes they give us stuff for the sides, but I would say the majority actually do not give us anything to enhance the back of the building that we're, you know, doing. So this is one of the very nice ones that do give us a full side and full back. It's only the one side because, and that'll be our left side of the building. Our right side is open. It is it's open into the rooms, and then the courtyard. So this left side wall and the back wall are really the only wood that you're gonna see. So it's nice they give us these nice big pieces of paper to cover and continue that theme all the way around. The cherry blossom theme. I mean, are these cherry blossoms? No, cherry blossoms are pink, right? I don't know what flowers these are. And just please forgive me if I go a little quiet every once in a while. It's just my brain is like, do I want to go back to sleep? Although there's no way I'm going back to sleep. But my brain keeps like threatening me with that. No, I think we're going to go back to sleep, and then it just like wants to shut down. But without letting me go back to sleep, if that makes sense. This back side, and then we can glue these two on. Did I forget to cut these? No, I just didn't get the corners there. Okay. Whoops. Sorry about that, you guys. Just the pieces that I already papered just fell over. That's all. Slammed onto the ground. I got my hot coffee going this morning. French vanilla and chocolate mocha. Okay, I'm just using Aleene's Original Tacky Glue. I have it down into this little squeeze bottle. A couple drops of water. And I'm just going to keep the nozzle down onto the board so it doesn't clump the glue as bad. But if you worry about seeing little lines from the glue under the paper, you might want to consider a paper glue. Now, I haven't used any, but I know a lot of builders use Beacon 3-in-1. It is a bit stringy, and you guys know me, I hate stringy glue, right? But that is what a lot of builders use. I don't worry about it. Give this a gentle little push down, make sure it doesn't move. And then I just have my little scraper that I got at Dollar Tree. And it's just going to help smooth out some of that glue underneath, get any of the air bubbles out. You don't have to do this step. You can just simply turn it over and smash it on the desk. You can just use your fingers to push it down. However you want to, but you do need to just make sure you get the paper down down solid. You get it pressed down into the glue very solidly. Now I'm going to flip it over and just trim up any edges because I do cut without a ruler, so I'm not always straight. And I just make sure I want to do this because if you're putting another piece of wood or, flush with this and you have the paper sticking out, it may, this paper probably won't. This is pretty thin paper, just like a high glossy paper. But sometimes it can kind of cause your two pieces of wood not to sit flush if there's paper in between. Not always, but I just make it a habit to trim up. Oh, don't cut the wood, Missy. Okay, I think that one's good. We're going to turn it over and do our inside. Now, if you're putting the music box in, it's going to go here. You're going to want to cut out all these little holes. I'm, however, not cutting out those holes. Let me flip it back over. I am going to do this one lamp line up in the middle of the, kind of towards the top. And you guys know I like to leave the lamp lines and just use the wood as my guide to cut them out, not cut them out beforehand, but that's up to you. Okay, so yeah, if you're gonna do the music box, you want to cut these four out here. But because I'm not putting my music box in, yes, I did get it, but no, I'm not putting it in. I'm not cutting those. Y'all, I am so mad at Amazon. I mean, technically it's not their fault. It's a third-party buyer or third-party seller. But I ordered 6 of the crazy glues with the brush applicator, right, for 20 bucks. That's a heck of a deal. It's like buying 4 and getting one, or it's like buying 5 and getting one free. Or maybe 4.5, getting 1.5 free, something like that. You know, it's a good deal. 6 of them for 20 bucks. They're 4 something a piece, so it's a good deal. I bought them, I got them, and then they were not the brush applicator, they were the precision tip, and I was like, nope. So I did an exchange, I sent them back. Yesterday I got my new pack, and they're still the precision tip, and I'm so mad. Nope, I don't want them. I'm not going to use them because I'll make a mess. Y'all see me with that super glue before, right? I wear it all over my hands if I don't have the brush. And I still wear it on my hands sometimes with the brush. So, I went ahead and they didn't offer me a exchange this time. It was just a refund. Just get a wet wipe. Sorry, I had some glue come out that end, and I don't want glue on my fingers. So it just did a return, so okay, fine. So I did that, and then I called. And do you know how hard it is to find the customer service phone number? I had to Google it. I couldn't even find it on their webpage. The lady was very nice. She did explain it's a third-party seller. They can't really guarantee that if I order from them again, I would not get the same mistaken items, you know. But she did say that 2 strikes is not very good, and she put in a report for them to check up on the seller to see like why they're making this mistake and if they're going to correct it. If not, they'll drop them. So okay, fine. But so she just suggested buying from a different seller. So I did. I found another seller. It was actually like just under $1. It was a little bit cheaper. So I went ahead and ordered those, and they should be here. Well, it says Sunday, but we don't have a designated Amazon driver. They just use the USPS, so it'll be Monday. And I hope I don't need a whole ton of super glue till then, because I'm almost out. I mean, I have tons of B7000, and I have the Loctite. So I'm not going to be without glue if I need it. I'm just mad at Amazon. Like, get your shit together. This is your job, you know. And I even showed my mom like the picture. Like, am I missing something on these? Is this because I didn't want to open them, because then, you know, they don't accept them, or they give you some shit. So I didn't open them up. I just went by what the packaging said, and it did not say brush. And so I even showed Mom, like, am I just missing something? She's like, nope. I'm like, okay, then I'm gonna complain. I don't complain very often, but come on now. 2 times. Okay. So now, you know, oh wait, maybe, did I miss that edge? Not much of it. Okay. So, because of my cutting skills, we get some of the white edging of the paper, just a little bit. And I'm just going to go over with my black acrylic marker. Okay, so yeah, see, they did this side of the board. And I remember asking on the last one, like, did I do this and I forgot? No, I didn't do it. So they're coloring the part that is going to be seen. I'm also just hitting the edges of the paper because that white is like blinding white. Let me get our corners real good. This is also Aleene's, just in a smaller squeeze bottle with the precision tip there. We're probably not going to see these sections because they didn't paint them, but I'm going to go ahead and cover them just because I can. Do, do, do. And I guess I missed this side. Oh, why did it crunch up my paper? This is I just changed this blade when I started cutting the paper because I didn't want it to do this. And now I don't know why it's doing this. But I don't want to color it black. So we've got a brown marker. We'll just hit that with. There we go. Okay. So what? Oh, I want to do the lamp line right here real quick. Okay, so there is a 3, our back and our front. Again, if you're going to do the music box, you would take out those 4, cut out those 4 holes there. But I'm not going to do that now, so I'm going to pick these boards up before I step on them or trip on them. Okay, now what do we want? 6-2. And 6-4. Whoop, 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 whoop. Drop some. Two, 3, 4, 5. Oh, they're still sitting up here. Whoops. Six dash 2 and 6-4. I don't. Oh, maybe. Done, Missy. I have the bigger pieces separate because they wouldn't sit on my shelf. That is 4-2, 6-2, and 6-4. Okay, so big, we just have that one, so I'll put that up there for now. And here we go again, I know. Feel free to put me on fast forward, or if you want to come visit me in the next video, hopefully we'll be doing funner stuff, but it is what it is, what it is, what it is. We've got to do the boring stuff in order to have the fun stuff to do. It's kind of like you got to have the bad in life to appreciate the good. Kind of the same concept. Got to have the boring to appreciate the fun. Notch there for some wires. We'll come back and notch that out in a second. So my son's gonna come over. When I say weekend, his weekends are Friday and Saturday, so not the traditional full weekend, but he's gonna come over one of those days, and we're gonna play a little Lego Indiana Jones 1. We've played number 2 like a couple years ago. When he came to California one time, we played number 2, but whoops, did I not? Oh, I forgot this whole indent side here. So I didn't think I had Indy 1, but then I realized I do. I just have it digitally, it's not on like a disc. I have the Xbox One, but it is digital. And so I wanted to play a Lego game the other day, but I couldn't decide which one, so I text him, and I'm like, on his last weekend, but he wasn't feeling good. And he's like, but let's try it next weekend, Mom. I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm hoping really he was feeling better last night. Hopefully he comes over the next day or two. In the meantime, I am started Legos, the Complete Saga, I think, or Skywalker. No, maybe Skywalker. I can't remember. One of the Legos, Star Wars Legos. They all blur into the same for me. And then I'm also playing the Lego Hobbit. It's just like I play until I get a little bored, but I still want to play Lego. I just don't want to play that particular Lego at the moment. So I have multiple games going on. So usually I will buy the DLC packs, which is like extra characters and sometimes extra levels, but mostly characters. And I realized last night I hadn't bought any of the Hobbit packs, so I think there was 5 of them at $2 a piece, so I spent like 10 bucks. And then I haven't loaded it up yet. I downloaded them, but I haven't loaded up the game. I was playing Power Wash last night, so I have to load that up today and see which characters I got, because I never read the description. I'm like, yeah, it just surprised me. It's not surprising, right, guys? I don't ever read the description or the instructions, huh? I guess it's kind of par for the course. That's true. Oh, I forgot this one here. Really? There we go. All right, we have little notches I got to come back and knock out here. There's one, and then this one over here. I probably could have waited till they were on the boards. All right, and then we need board A4. Where's my board? Oops. Oh, can everything just go off at once, please? There it is. I'm also pulling out the rest of the boards because I can't. I think that's it. Okay. Yeah, I put them down in the box, and it was fine when the big pieces were there. But now that the smaller, it's just the smaller ones, I was having trouble getting to them. So just find the one that matches your paper. So there's A4. That's our paper there. All right, glue this down. Yep. I didn't close it, so the glue just got tacky from the air. And I just gotta now get off my finger, peel it off. There we go. And then we're good. Make sure I'm all lined up. I watched a movie last night. It's actually a bit of a, not old, like older, but not brand new movie. The Spy Who Dumped Me with Mila, is it Mila Kunis? Oh my gosh, that was so funny. That was a good one. I don't usually stay up to date on my movie watching. I just, whenever I see one that I like, I'm like, oh yeah, let's watch that. I don't have a list anymore. I used to have a list of like new releases I wanted to go see in theater, or ones that were coming straight to video when they were coming out. I'm like, nope, I don't have time for that anymore. When I see it, I see it. Nice little curly Q there. Get off my finger. That glue stuck to my finger. Most of these aren't too bad. It's just where I just didn't quite get it cut tight enough on the line. Whoop. Go ahead and hit those edges. Whoop. Flip it over. Check my corners real quick. Make sure I close out and wipe it off this time. All right, get it all lined up. Smooth it out. And then I'm going to go ahead and scrape it out. I wiped the nozzle on it and then I didn't fold it, so I just stuck my finger in all that glue. Oh, these CVS wipes suck. other wipe real quick. Get my fingers clean a little bit. Try to get a little bit of these cleaned up here real quick. Okay. Let's check the corners. This one for sure. And this one. Okay, we'll flip it over, trim it up. There we go. Hitting the edges of those paper. We don't have any real like brown like border or anything, but I just want those edges not to be stark white. Set that over there, or just on the ground, wherever they want to be, right? Okay, we need B23, 5/8 and 5/9. Let's get 5/8 and 5/9. Sorry, just trying to get a little bit of coffee down. Five, 7, 5/8, and 5/9 are right here. I'm just thinking the more of these we get through, the less of other videos it's gonna have to be, you know, just papering, because we've still got a ways to go, guys. There's a lot of pieces in this build, so we're still on this quest of getting it all papered up, which I don't mind, because it just makes the finished product look more accurate, more finished, you know, like we don't have just a whole bunch of regular wooden boards showing. So I don't mind the papering. I know some people don't like it, but whoop. This one was 9, so. All right, so we need B23. I think they're going to be in our bags. Yeah. 21 and 23. Oh, come on. I hate these bags. There's going to be 21. That one is going to be 23. They're the two biggest ones other than the pond part. Whoop. Just making sure it gets down on all the sides. Since we are making so many of these early on, and then we will put them, you know, together later. Ones like these, I am going to take, just going to take my pencil and I'm going to put, this is B23. So on the inside, I'm just going to write that. See, I can't on this one because it's double-sided, but we can on this one. Finish this one up. I'm going to do B21 on that one. All right. We're at, oh, we're only at, okay, so this is A5 and we want 4-2. It's this one. Yep, 4-2 right here. We have 2 more of the larger pieces of wood that didn't come in bags, right? So I'm gonna finish these up. So 3 more pieces of paper. This one, and then the second piece is double-sided. So we'll get those finished up, and then I think that'll be a good amount for today. Sounds like my household is waking up and everybody's getting their day started. So I'm going to finish these up and then I'm going to do the same thing. Dad's not working this week, so I don't know what's on the agenda for today. We've moved furniture the last few days, me and Mom. So it's been interesting around here. Always is when it's furniture moving time. Yeah, I didn't think I finished all the way around there. Yeah, I thought so. That was not quite up. It's a little crooked there on the corner. It kind of smushed down a little bit. Okay, flip it and trim it up. I don't know why my blade is tearing them up instead of cutting. I would say it's a dull blade, but it's brand new and it's cutting this way very nicely. Which it has a harder time cutting when it's not on anything, like laying on something like the table, when it's dull. And it's doing it just fine. I don't know why it's cramping them up when it's trying to cut it regular. Huh. Okay, well, I don't know. I have to clean my mat after this today. All right. And then we need 5, 12, and 5, 7. Nope, that's 4. 5, 7, and 5, 12. I was like, why? Wait, why do I have a third paper? I just forgot to put it back up on the stack. Yeah, that was a fail. But we'll trim it up when we get it on the board, just like we do the other ones. So I will get that line better when it's on the board, because that was bad. I mean, at least I erred on the side of cutting too much versus not cutting enough. I would always prefer to err on that side. Although it doesn't always happen that way, I will admit. When I do cut freehand, that's what the price I pay sometimes. Let me get this one cut out real quick. I have Fiona Apple's Criminal running through my brain this morning. I don't know why. It is on repeat and it is stuck. Because it's been there since like yesterday afternoon. I mean, it's a good song, but come on. Give me something else. Alright. So just pick a side, any side. Oh, and the dog thinks it's good morning time for the neighborhood. Awesome. did better. Still have a couple little spots. Flip it around, put glue on the other side. Break on through to the other side. Okay, cool. At least it's a different song. Nope. Hold on. I don't want you to move that much. Oh, dang it. I glue on my finger and we can get it off. It just stuck to that. You just got to scrape it off a little bit. Okay, I'm changing blades after this because it's a new one. It should not be acting this way, but it's just tearing up some of these papers. So like there it does a great job, but if it's a smaller section, it doesn't do, it tears it instead. Like right here. Touch of glue where that tore up. So stick it down. Okay. All right, guys. Well, first of all, if you're still here, you're the true rock stars, because my gosh, that was a lot of boring stuff. Just saying. Let's get all our pieces back up here. So we have a pile already. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Hold on. I didn't do... Oh, lamp line is just in this. Okay. I'm going to hold off on that. because it's showing it not on this side, and I don't know for sure. Oop, we missed a corner here. And then that one is showing 2 of them, but only on this side. So I'm going to hold off on those. I prefer to wait and make sure that what it is. So we'll hold off on those. All right, so we have a stack, right? But look how much more we still have. We're right here. So we have these bits here, the pond. We have all 3 rows of that. There's some roofing in there. And then we get to start building up our base. So we still have to finish half this page. So it's going to be a whole nother video, I'm pretty sure. Like, because we got to do some legs, and we have to do some smaller, and with some roofing material. So this is it. Yep. So our next video will unfortunately also be papering, because I want to get it done. And then we'll circle back around to what we need to finish up. All right. Well, like I said before, if you guys are still here, you're the true rock stars. Thank you oh so much. And thank you all for the 600 subscribers. I am so overwhelmingly shocked, but so grateful. Thank you guys so very much. I truly do appreciate it. And I hope to see you, even though it's boring, on the next build. Bye, guys.